Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Review anything and everything. And today we're getting into this pound puppy review. Now, we've done a review of pound puppies on the channel before, but they were the tiny ones, like the baby pound puppies. And this was almost exactly 2 years ago from today. So we are getting into some more, but these ones are the big or full-size ones. But coincidentally, I didn't know that when I ordered these, that this one right here has posable ears, so it's slightly different. So the ears here actually have wires in them. I don't know how I feel about that because I like the idea of the ears just flapping, but these give posable ears, so that is something different. Now it says here on the box, adoption certificate inside. We already know that there's a whole adoption certificate because these are kind of made similar to being like it's real puppies. That's how they kind of like market them. And we did that on the review before. This one here says classic 80s collection from on the box. Now, this one has here traditional flappy ears, chubby cheek face. This one's face is a little bit more narrow. And jumping into a little bit on the box here. I know you can't see it all that well, but on the top here it says, meet our cutest classic puppies ever. These adorable pets have posable ears for endless expressions and cuddly fun. Soft, lovable, and always ready for hugs. No walks required. So like I mentioned in the previous video where I had reviewed the pound puppies, they try to advertise it almost like you're having or adopting a pet from the pound, yet they playfully add that addition of, hey, these require a little bit less care. Don't mind, I'm a little under the weather if my voice is a little off right now. So, and then on this one, you have the traditional, don't mind if you guys can't see it that well on camera, I'm still gonna read it. It says, hi, I'm a pound puppy and I'm looking for a loving home. I've been waiting for someone like you to choose me as their very own pet. You can give me a name and play with me. I'm easy to take care of. Just give me a little love and lots of hugs. If you take me home, I will love you very much. So I do remember that when I was reading some of the details on the previous ones that I reviewed, it said things like they don't require as much care, but make sure you love them. Don't put them in a basement or something like that and all this kind of stuff. So I'm gonna have the link in the description down below for that video, along with the link in the description for both of these as well to be purchased on Amazon. So you could see here, adoption certificate included. Right here it says includes name tag, adoption certificate, and sticker sheets. So slightly different advertisement on this. You know, I guess where you see the blue, it's kind of letting you know that it's part of that new bendable ears one. And other than that, there's nothing on the bottom here. Nothing, a little something on the bottom, but it's not really pertaining to much. So what I'm gonna do is have my sons open these up, and once they open them up and get into them, then we're gonna bring them back to review them because I'm gonna allow them to do the unboxing experience. But before we get into that, I just wanna bring into frame an original pound puppy. This one right here is roughly about 40, somewhere between like maybe about 39 and 40 years old. This is how they look then. You can see this one has very much a similar feel. This one's got an even chubbier face though, but you have those classic chubby cheeks, you know, the eyes, which this one's eyes look a little bit bent a little bit, but I don't know if they always were like that. But you see they definitely hold up the test of time. And the flappy ears, the official pound puppy branding. Now, this one originally came with a smaller one in its box that came on top of it, like this right up here in the box. So you have one sitting on top of him like that, but that one is long gone. But as I said before, so this is the design and the look of the original pound puppy. So when they say 80s collection and supposed to be reminiscent of the old school ones, you could see this is an actual one from the 80s. This has the floppy ears, very similar to this one, same type of style and whatnot. But so I just wanted to throw that out there as far as getting a look of what the original ones look like. So for the most part, they still look the same classic design, slightly different, but for the most part are the same. So like I said, even though we're not going to unbox these on screen because my sons are going to get into them and they're probably going to rip up the box. I'm not going to contain them from ripping up the box, but I will save the box after it's open and all of the certificates and everything like that to show you guys when we come back. So stay tuned for that. All right, guys, we are back and they are out of their packaging. Now, each one kind of comes with different things. I will say that the classic design, we're going to call this the classic design. This is the bendy ears, we're going to call for short for right now. The classic design came with a little bit more in its packaging. It has stickers, which is mentioned on the box. And it has, this is just a preview of different other types of ones that you could adopt. They got the newborns, which I did a preview on those before. And these are the, let's see. These are the regular size ones, which include this one right here. If I'm not mistaken, I think that one's that, but I'm not sure. It looks like it to me, but well, he's got an orange nose. So no, he's not. I don't think he's the same one. And then here goes jumbos, which are even bigger. So it shows all the different sizes. That comes with the classic ones paperwork along, like I said before, with the stickers, all the different types of dogs on there. Now, they both also come with their adoption paper. Before I show the other side of them, this is for the classic one. It's bigger and it shows the information on the backside. And then this one is a little bit more jazzed up as far as the back of the adoption paper. And I'm going to show the front in a moment, but it has less words on it. So reading this one, the bendable ear one first, it says, I'm going to try to read it off camera because I can't see it behind the camera that well. Special instructions for Pound Puppy's owner. Tender hugs and kisses make your Pound Puppy feel safe and secure. Loving your new puppy every day will make you both feel happy. So it's a short kind of thing, just pretty much just like a one kind of like sentence type of thing or two sentence type of thing. This one is a full like letter to the owner. So I guess if the older ones were like this, I do like that they give you a little bit more here. So this one is kind of reminiscent of what I said earlier when I did the reviews for the smaller ones. So it says, Dear Pound Puppy owner, make sure this is on screen. Sorry, because I'm reading it off screen. Thank you for giving a Pound Puppy a home. Your Pound Puppy is a pet and needs some care. Hugs make Pound Puppies very happy, but just like real dogs, they don't like to be treated roughly. Please be gentle. A trip to the vet isn't necessary for Pound Puppies, but if you go to see the doctor, bring your Pound Puppy along. Unlike other puppies who need lots of room to live and grow, Pound Puppies only need a small amount of space. However, they don't like to be left in a garage or a basement. It's cold and lonely there. Pound Puppies are really easy to care for. All they need is lots of tender loving care. Your Pound Puppy will give you love and happiness forever. So this one gives you a whole spread of a whole bunch of things of how to treat it. But I think it's so funny and interesting that it acknowledges that they are stuffed animals in a sense, like they don't need to go to the vet, but it also gives them this sense of a personality, like, but they do like to be hugged and, you know, you want to take them along with you anyway, which essentially is what kids end up doing anyway, taking it everywhere because, you know, that's the point of a stuffed animal when a kid is young, is when they're scared of the dark or whatever the case is, it's someone they can hold. So I always like the concept of that. So here, getting into this certificate, and I'm sorry, I'm just going to block out the name there, but it says, put your name there. It says, this is the loving owner of an adoptable Pound Puppy. My puppy's name is, and this one is named Chocolate. That's for the bendable ears one, Chocolate. It is dated on the day that I gave them to them, where they opened it up. So this one has more of that certificate of adoption. It has this look to it, which is different. And then we'll look at the other one here, which is a bigger certificate. Still looks very nice though. And that more of like that kind of award certificate that you would hang in a plaque or something like that. And that's cool too. You could do that with your kids, put it in a little plaque or something. But it says essentially the same thing. Excuse me, I'm sorry. This is the loving owner of an adorable Pound Puppy. This one's name is Caramel, the date that is received, and then also it has special responsibilities for all Pound Puppy owners. So this one gives like a little bit extra stuff on it. Tender hugs and kisses make your Pound Puppy feel safe and secure. Loving your Pound Puppy every day will make you both feel happy. Care for your Pound Puppy by keeping it clean and well groomed. Enjoy your new puppy friend. And it says in bold letters TLC. So that's actually really nice. That's actually the same thing that they say on the back of this one. So that one actually includes more stuff. So I think that's interesting that you have that there. Now just diving more into the puppies themselves. This one has a bigger face than the one I showed earlier in the video that was from like about 40 years ago. Yeah, but for the most part, it's the same kind of design with the floppy ears. The texture of it feels different and softer than that one, even though that one's really old, so maybe that's the reason why, but they do feel different. This feels a little bit more plush-like. This one actually feels a little bit more, from like a feel from the face, a little more in line with that one's material in the body. Not the hands, the feet, whatever, feel kind of soft, but for the most part, this one feels like it's a little more, less plushy than this one. I'm more of a fan of the floppy ear type than this type, but I could see where someone might enjoy the gimmick of this, posing the ears a little bit into different bendable ways. But nonetheless, there's just a quick look at that. You also get the little tags underneath here where you can put their names. And as I said before, that one's chocolate and this is caramel. So yeah, it's pretty much your classic pound puppies. Very little has changed in the time frame of roughly about 40 years. So you're essentially getting the same thing. I think they're some of the greatest stuffed animals that you can get for a kid, especially the concept that it's actually like you're adopting a puppy as opposed to just, hey, it's just a whatever stuffed animal. No, they're going to treat it like a real puppy, and I think that's great. So just something fun, a dynamic of kind of role play along with, you know, a stuffed animal they can cuddle with. So anyway, you guys, link's going to be in the description down below for you guys to purchase these on Amazon. There's so many different ones available. I'm going to try to throw a link of a couple of different ones. And as always, you guys, like, share, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.